Hello and welcome to This is going to sound weird. I'm Dana Louise. I'm going to talk to you today about my energy exercises. And I wasn't going to put energy exercises in my book at all when I first created it. But then over some time, I realized that if I'm leaving this book for my descendants and or for you, for all humanity, um, these exercises will ignite you and help you connect to your divinity. So I needed to include them. So I did, much to my chagrin. So when I was writing my book, I was speaking to my younger son, and I'm like, I just can't start off my book with, oh, like I was born, blah, blah, blah. It's boring. No one's going to be engaged. And he said, you should Tarantino it, you know, like in the movies, and come out with the middle of the book something big that will draw people in. So I kind of did that with the book, and I'm going to do that for you right now with these exercises. So this one's a big one, and it's a big one because I want to shake you up. I want to shake you up so that it will disturb you enough to where you're at a place of accepting the rest of the things that I'm going to tell you about you and about your divinity. I'm a systems buster. I'm trying to, this is a jailbreak. And are you in? you know, so this is called cloud busting. And it's simple, it's easy peasy. Let's get into it. I want you to go outside on a day where it's not overcast, but there's like clouds, like puffy little clouds, individual clouds. And I would prefer that you pick out 3 clouds next to each other, but maybe there's just 2, because one is going to be the control cloud and the other one's going to be the test cloud, right? So with the test cloud, I want you to stare at it, and you're not going to understand what I'm saying, and you don't need to, and that's how much of life is. But imagine in motion, image in motion, your frontal cortex, your frontal lobe popping out at the cloud, which I believe is really the infrared that's in our system. And you don't have to understand it. You don't need to understand it. I don't even understand it. But you're just going to imagine your frontal cortex and your desires or whatever at your test subject, the cloud. And you have the control, right? And you're going to stare at it. And it's going to take a minute at first, okay? This is going to take some time, not a lot. You're going to get better at it, just kind of like an athlete working a muscle. It's going to get better and better, right? Okay. So you're going to look at that cloud, and, if the cloud might be really, really solid, hopefully big puffy cloud. And then all of a sudden the fringes are going to start to dissipate. And in that moment, you're going to be like, I don't believe this. You're going to have a lot of voices. I don't believe this. This can't be happening. It's not real. Blah, 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 blah. On and on and on. And addendum. But it's true. And then at a certain point in time, you're going to have to come to Jesus, come to whatever, like come to your reality of that cloud is dissipated and it's gone. And your 2 other control clouds are still there. What? Okay. So you're going to go through this process, and it might not be easy for you. I don't know. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to do it again. Because you're going to be, I'm sorry, we're all kind of judgmental, and we all want to know what truth is. And, I have to poke a stick at things. I don't believe in everything. No, I don't. I only believe in what I experience, really, truly. So do it again. Do it again and do it again and do it again until you can't deny it. It's happening. This cloud represents your prayers. It represents thought, word, and deed, right? Thought, word, and deed. Maybe that's a part of your religious system or your spiritual system. Thought, word, and deed. Everything on this planet is thought, word, and deed. Like, I'm thinking I need a permanent pen. That's my thought. And then my word is, I want to figure out how to make a permanent pen marker. La, la, la. That's my word. And then the deed is actually figuring it out and making the pen. Thought, word, and deed. So here it is with clouds. And here it is an example for you. So let's speed this up. Let's pretend you're going to go out for a day, out for an event, on vacation. I want you to use the same process for imagining, image, emotion, imagining that day. So let's pretend you're going to get married and you want it to be nice. So first of all, I'm going to ask you to think about, it's a beautiful day. Imagine everybody there. Imagine yourself being there, and it's a beautiful day, and la la la, all these kinds of things, blah blah. So that's one realm. Imagining yourself there, and just like, oh, thank you. Hey, yeah, that's so great. You're just imagining yourself there. Or if you're on vacation, yeah, boo boo boo. La la la. And then, okay, so you're doing that, and you're doing that, and then I want you to look at the weather map. It's on TV or whatever, on the internet or something like that. So, okay, we're going to do this two ways. Use the weather map and the weather channel. And let's say, I'm here in Minnesota, but I'm going to Florida and it's like a month away and I'm envisioning having a good time in Florida. But as I get closer and into that week, I'm watching the weather maps. And they're saying, this is how Florida is going to be. And I'm like, no, it ain't, because I'm going to move with image emotion. I'm going to move that weather streak away from where I'm going to be. So I'm going to have good weather. And then maybe they're going to be like, oh, it's going to be 78 degrees. And they're like, no, it ain't. I don't have to think about 78 degrees. I'm going to be like, it's going to be 82 and sunny. Start to play with all these different scenarios. And if it's in the moment, and watch how that works. So if you think like, oh, it's her, I booked a trip once with my sister. She's like, no, it's October. It's hurricane season. I'm like, it's not going to be hurricane season for us because we're going to work on the weather. And you can also do this in the day, in the moment of the time. And I've done this as well. So you can literally be somewhere, like, let's say, I'm telling you, I have experienced this. I've done it. And so have other people. It's not just me. I'm teaching you how to fish. Like, I've got fish. I'm teaching you how to fish. I've been at places where we've busted up the clouds so that we had a nice day and it wasn't raining on top of us or whatever the weather that we did not like, whatever it was. Like, because maybe you're skiing and you want the snow. But for me, usually it's like, I push it away and I want warmer weather. So just start to play with that, okay? I don't want to take up more of your time because I know I start to talk a little bit too much, but just play with this scenario. Play with it. Play with, well, first of all, the clouds. Do the cloud busting. Shake yourself up. Understand and relate it to prayer. And who you are as a divine being. This is not wrong. Because just didn't Jesus walk on water and Moses parted the sea? All these kinds of things. What is it about your belief system that says you can't do it and or that's evil if it's spoken about in ancient texts? So have fun with that one. I'll see you at the next video.